Hello, 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 and a lovely Leo moon to you, whenever you're watching this. But when I'm recording this, the moon is in Leo. Tuesday, May 27th. Yeah, tomorrow's the 28th. How do I know that? I have to pay my car insurance tomorrow. Yeah, today is the 27th. And this is my morning stream from DrawingTheCircle Productions. I am your host, Markangelo Lyons, Mal for short. Hello, Donna Bella. Got a funny story to tell you in a minute. Markangelo Lyons, Mal for short, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, professional wish, professional intuitive, and Mars conjunct Leo rising. Very, very happy. Now, Donna, by the way, I have a blueberry bush, tiny one, just planted it. Got it last year, so it's in its second year. And I have a lemon tree that I grew from a single seed many years ago. So I've had it for many years. It's been indoors, it's been outdoors. I bring it in the winter, obviously. Yet to bear fruit, it may not ever. But the blueberry, well, it's Bella Blueberry, and the lemon is Donna Lemon. So Bella, Donna, Bella. Bella Blueberry and Donna Lemon, because I was raised by a nursery school teacher and I love alliteration. So there you go. Yeah. We've never had flowers on my lemon tree. It's all just thorns, which is how it is. Lemon trees have thorns on them, which I think is pretty kick-ass. They're lunar, right? Lemon is the fruit of the moon. It's very close to fruit of the loom. So I just wanted to share that because both of them are side by side outside. I'll take a picture today. Follow me on Instagram. I see pictures of mine. I've got my ponytail palm outside today getting some light, and my orchid is outside. And I kind of gave up on doing the full garden this year because I would love to just pack up the car and go out to Peconic River Herb Farm and just go on a buying spree, but I'm not. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not this year. It's okay. That's a personal sacrifice, and so be it. As it is, the garbage men are coming. So you'll get to hear that, particularly when it's right outside my window and the windows are open. The boys are so happy. My kitty cats are so happy that the windows are open upstairs and downstairs so they could get the fresh airs. We need the freshness of the airs, Mom. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. We're doing our schmooze time. If anybody is watching this for the first time or watching it later, every time we do these, because they're more social, kind of. Yeah, we're going to pray. We're going to meditate and chat on a subject. In the days of the 90s, they would have called this a salon, which not the original. I mean, the original salon. It's obviously from France, but there was this rebirth of it. In the 90s, people getting together in drawing rooms and salons and discussing deep, intimate things, which gave way to the book groups, right? The Oprah book clubs and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about creativity. Moon is in Leo. Courage, creativity, and good fortune, because those three things are very interlinked, interwoven, and considering what we're going through on planet Earth, that creative energy is going to have to find a way of expressing itself some way. It will eventually express itself through frustration, anger, and rage if we don't cope. So I've been working a lot and thinking a lot and healing a lot around the idea of desires and wants, as if you've been following me, you know. That idea that in every breath we have everything we need for the moment. And that is an existential truth that is not one that people might find personally true because, well, I need to pay the bills and I need this and I need that and I don't have that. It's like, it's not talking about on that scale. It's talking about every breath you need, everything you need right for this instant. All of that stuff is going to come. And if you look back at your history at the times where you've been, it's a nice way to say it on YouTube. Let's just say head in hands. I was thinking of something a little bit more blue and colorful for that one. Yeah, but you sort of get the idea, right? And the things that you needed, what you needed was that time to go through that. And I'm not saying any of us need to like that, by the way. Totally allowed to not like that. Allowed, it's completely natural to not like that. Because the ego doesn't like when it doesn't get what it wants. But as soon as it gets what it wants the next thing. So it's that never-ending thing. So in terms of creativity and element of fire and Leo and all of that, and being a Leo rising and having creativity, I mean, maybe that might be why I don't get so angry, why anger and frustration, yes, I feel them, but it's not my empathic go-to. My empathic go-to is usually grief, disappointment, loss, sadness, you know, more the water stuff, Pisces moon that I am. But maybe that's because I have I've always had creative outlets. Dance in particular has been really good for me when angry, although you have to be really careful you don't hurt yourself, right? But also I have the daily yoga practice that I'm back to, and I just have a lot of creativity doing these live chats and recording the videos for the readings, you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Uranus, you know, 12 signs of the zodiac every day, pretty much every day. Yeah, I have a lot of creativity that way, but nonetheless, it takes courage, right? So that's one of the things we're going to talk about today, the courage that it takes. Because I run across so many people who are artists that don't know they're artists. I mean, there are obviously those who know they're artists. You can't miss us. We're walking neon signs of it. But people who do not understand that creativity comes more than through an art, right? It can come through your manner of speech. It can come through how your house looks. Your creativity's got you create your own reality, the narratives that you write in your head about all that happens and didn't happen in your life. You got stories about that. Awful lot of creativity going on. Sabby's just like Mom's Gone British Isles again. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We are going to do our 11/11 wish because D. Hansel started just doing that, and it just automatically got absorbed into the collective subconscious of this group. So we wait until 11/11, and then we go right into the prayer. I think that's the thing. If there's a chat break between wish and prayer, the prayer gets extended for like indefinitely at least, if not infinitely. So we're just going to go right from the wish into the prayer. And then we'll see where we go. We'll chat on the topic. We'll do a little something, something. Hello, Malenka, my darling. Hello. You're so divine. Yeah, I think with the moon in Leo, I think a drag fan. Well, get ready. Done. So what is it? Every time I thwarp a fan, every time I sing out of nowhere, just like blindsided by song. Or I work a song lyric into the conversation without actually singing it. So, hydrating. Yeah, I can tell the moon's in Leo. Meow. I even got my. You want to call it a ponytail? I want to call it a kitty tail. It's kind of curled like one. You know, like when cats are happy. It's like, I'm happy. Yes, you are. We need to actually play it as a drinking game one of these. I know, I want to do that. And Anthony and I have talked about it. It's just things are lightening up here on Long Island where I am a little bit. Like, I'm literally right around the corner from the Stony Brook, which is like major hot spot. Let's just leave it at that. You know, I can't come right out and talk about it. But, you know, we're both healthy. Come hang out for a night. We can order a pizza, you know, or I can cook or something. It's just today I had someone from my CPA's office come by because they needed a report that I couldn't figure out how to do it on Quicken, and so lovely. Stopped by 10 minutes, fixed it, printed out the paperwork, got what you needed. We all had masks on. It was fine. It's like, oh, I think I've lost a hermit point there, though I didn't lose my hermit permit, which is something I texted to somebody today. We'll never forget. Don't worry. I've got a hermit permit. Yeah. So when he can come over and we can hang out, I don't want to get that kind of drunk alone here at the house. It's just a safety measure. I'm such a Virgo. But my Pisces moon is like, screw it, let's just do it. I mean, literally, I have a bottle of sake on my desk, my dining room table. But this stuff is so good. It's a little on the high end. It's all they had. It's all they had at Costco. I was getting ready to do it to go to Costco. I forgot which one I went to. But it had the liquor store attached to it. It's so good. Yeah. Junmai Premium. So good. And I love, and I miss my Anthony, my past life son, my son from another life. I mean, we chat a couple of times a week, but I miss him terrible. I want to give him hugs and feed him. I just want to like feed him home cooked food because he's in his late 20s. How are we all doing? Morning, Grace. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm making 3 videos today and editing a 4th. Every day I've been recording. Well, it's only the 2nd day, right? No, today would be the 3rd day. Recording 3 of the Zodiac videos. Today I will do Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Path of True Love. The Path of True Love reads are quick. I thought they were. It's only a 7-card draw. I thought that was going to take at least 30 minutes. They're actually quick, so that you can check other signs. Upload time still whatever. But along with those 3, I've also been editing some of the older Vimeo stuff so that I can actually take a day off and have the Vimeo meditations. They're all pretty much meditations, prayers, and spells, right? The prayers and practice series, and they're all in a playlist if you want to check them out. You can skip around. You don't have to watch them in order. I'm not even editing them in the order of which they were recorded. I'm skipping around all over the place, going where my creativity leads me because I can. I'm the president. I'm not just a client. I'm the president. That's much work. And I love you all so much. And I love that you're all helping me get my creativity out to the world. Every time you like a video, every time you, well, subscribe, most of you, I'm sure, are subscribed. Every time you hit the notification bell, every time you comment, it just shifts it mathematically where other people can find me. And that's the thing. I'm a Virgo. Like, in the spiritual industry, self-promotion is necessary and also somewhat frowned upon. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, unless you got a staff. And I don't, well, I mean, I have staves of wood and power from sacred magic, maple and oak and wisdom. But aside from that, no, I'm pretty much one-man band here. It is a weird thing to put, and I think artists find that too. It's like, well, I think artists get away with it a little bit more. They get to be more self-promoting, very Leo rising as necessary. But in the spiritual industry, it's almost like the ego, like other egos look at that and go, well, I mean, you think you never remember. It's like, life's not the French Riviera, believe me. Life's not a charity ball, it's a living. Was that an Anne Jillian reference? I think it might have been. Yeah, look that one up, Melina. She was gorgeous. Anne Jillian, if I'm remembering correctly, you know how I am with names. Actually, it's been a bad roll for a couple of days. Oh, hey, Dee. Sorry, I didn't see you jump in the room. Good morning to you all. Feel like I'm recovering from the last 2 days, to be honest. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I'm catching up here. Good morning. I'm having a really bad roll this morning, one after the other. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do about this, actually. Actually, it's been bad roll for a couple of days or so. Just been keeping in. Understood. Well, we just did go through all that Cancerian moon stuff. I mean, not that I blame it on astrological weather, but it's emotional. Memorial Day and all of that like that. It's a lot. Like, if you got through it, right? Let's start there. It's like, congratulations. We got through some stormy astrological waters there. Good morning, Des. But I feel you too. Absolutely. I'm right there. See, I do my stuff off. I mean, I deal with my emotions off camera for the most part, unless I don't. There might be more bad news on the horizon. Gotcha. Oh, it's 11:11 a.m. Let's make a wish. I need this wish. We all need this wish. Make a wish. My, what a Leo moon wish. Oh, for the well-being of all that I am now, so motivated. So it is. Yeah, I feel like that check is going to get cashed. Hi. Look, let's just go right into our prayer, and then we'll talk. We'll talk about this, because creativity isn't just about arts and crafts. It ain't just about song and dance. It's about how we live our lives. So let's see if we can get ourselves to that place of courage with creativity. Creativity without courage is just sort of, it takes courage. What I mean, courage, to bring your creativity into form. Let's say a prayer. Let's bring in some of that creativity in that moment. That prayer is not a passive thing. Prayer is action. It just, the ego sees it as passive, as doing nothing, but really, I think we know better. Take a couple of deep breaths. And as you do, don't just relax. You can certainly relax, get yourself comfortable, stable, safe position. But also one that is grounded, one that is strong. That right here now in this present moment, while you are sitting with me, looking at a device, hearing my voice, eyes open or closed, and breathing, you have everything you need right in this second. Just for this second, we're here. We're together. You have the support. Now, allow yourself to be supported by it. Breathe. Just even the concept that the breath you breathe carries with it the inspiration, the clarity, and the clues, the guidance and the grace to move you through whatever you're moving through. It's in the invisible. The breath, for the most part, is invisible. To be open to the breath is to be open to the inspiration in the respiration. The inspiration, just not what to cook or wear or go or do, but the very solutions necessary to move us forward on our path and through times of difficulty when we don't know. To know that we don't know, so that we can be open for inspiration. And it's from this breathy, wordy place I offer this prayer. Oh, dearest God, Goddess, all that is, we surrender this entire day to you. May it serve your purposes, because we're here only to be truly helpful. We're here to represent you, who sent us, and we don't got to worry about what to say or what to do, because you who have sent us are directing us, and we are content. We can be content to go wherever you wish, knowing that we do not go there alone, and that we will be healed as we're taught how to heal. So please show us where you would have us go, what you would have us do, what you would have us say, and to whom all actions, all interactions, may they be in alignment with the golden timeline of the divine plan, the well-being and the highest good of all concerned, according to the law of one. That we grow, that we prosper, that we heal, that we become the best that we can be, that we mature spiritually, which means we're not always going to get what we want, but if we try sometime, we just might find we get what we need. Thank you, Mick and the boys. So please allow us, help us to breathe that in right now, that we may get creative, that we may find our courage and develop it, and that our good fortune unfold, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. Not something necessarily in the future, but something that's going on right now and has been all along, an unfolding path of fortune in ways that we don't recognize, therefore haven't become comfortable with, therefore haven't integrated. But today, let there be a change there. We are willing to change. We are able to change. Well, we are able to change. Are we ready? Are we willing? What are we willing? What are we willing to do? What are we choosing? What are we deciding? Element of fire. So God, Goddess, all that is, and I ask that our collective pantheons of guides, masters, teachers, gods, goddesses, saints, angels, totems, healers, and ancestors all pitch in. surrounding us in a force field of light, containing and protecting this conversation and the energy that exchanges between us in the physical and in the non-physical for the well-being and inspiration of all. Thank you. So motivating. And so it is. Inspiration and respiration. I think there's a key right there. Because though we want to be able to, I Dream of Jeannie, Samantha Stevens, little Piper Halliwell things into place, when it's the ego driving that kind of power. I mean, there is a curse. May the gods give you everything you wish for. I mean, I think we know better. I think we know better at this point that getting what you want might sometimes be in alignment with the highest good of all. Sometimes it don't, though. It doesn't mean you're not going to get it. It just means you got to take the journey. You got to take the journey. And I know, it sucks. I'm an instant gratification. Instant gratification isn't fast enough. Postcards from the Edge. It's one of my favorite lines in any movie or book anywhere. I think I'm having that series. That's a whole bunch of lies maybe surfacing. It's already begun and I'm trying to breathe. Well, honey, then just breathe. See, here's the breakthrough point for me. And this is where I think what we want becomes either a mighty force or a great detriment, right? To want truth to be revealed under grace and in perfect ways means that there is a relief, right? That it does set you free, right? The truth will set you free, but it'll probably piss you off first, right? Gloria Steinem. I'm pretty sure it's Gloria Steinem. It better be. I've been quoting her as saying that. I'm pretty sure that's her. You know, let the truth set you free. You're an immortal soul. That's the soul's part of it, right? The ego may not get what it wants as truth is revealed. But disillusionment or illusionment, that's the choice. And not getting what you want makes you mature. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. It is just the truth. Because then you really do get to step back and address, well, what do I really need? And as you go there, you kind of get what I really need, I already have. It's just I've got my needs and my wants confused. And that's human history. That's like not something to beat yourself up about. That's just a natural unraveling process. It just is. You know, and that is a good one from Gloria. Blessed be Gloria Steinem. I mean, I was raised a feminist by a feminist. It just happened. It wasn't like this political agenda thing. My mom left my dad for her own sanity and well-being. She wouldn't let anybody treat her in a way that was not worthy of the truth of who she is. And she instilled that on me. I will get up and walk away. See, I walk away from abuse like that. Ooh, abuse. It's like, excuse me. Have a sip. What did you just say? I am a 6 foot, almost 6'1" Italian, Irish, German, gay, purple-haired witch. I am not made of spun glass. Bring it. But what did you just say? Right? I hate to be that way, but it's true, right? But it is that process of who do I want to be in all of this as well, you know? Yeah. So creativity, what do you do with it? Learning to kind of get that everything I need is in the breath. I know it's so esoteric and it really annoys the New Yorker in me big time, but that's okay. It's allowed to be. It finds it so unfamiliar that because it's not new. I mean, it's ancient mystical truth. Prana, breath, like just find different definitions of the word prana, right? Just Google prana, P-R-A-N-A, right? It's the breath, it's spirit. I mean, how far back? It's Sanskrit. How far back do you want to go? That in every moment, the subatomic particles are all present. We are all made of the same stuff, that anything can change or happen at any moment. What's our role in that? I'm telling you, our role in that primarily, or at least in terms of the first things that we can really affect, is the narrative, the story of what we're giving. Now, people can be very disrespectful of other people's stories. Oh, that's just a story. I don't know how loving that is. I've said it. I'm not, I won't say I'm ashamed of it. That's where I was at. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to hear this story one more time. Which, when you've heard it 500 times a day, every day from somebody for weeks, you know what I'm talking about, right? But this is where we can really have some creativity. I'm finding out I've been taken for a fool. I've been driving a huge wedge between myself and my son. May I speak with you privately later? Absolutely, my darling, my dear. But not just to keep it on topic here, because obviously that's a private conversation that we're going to have. Don't worry, we'll get it done today. But to be open to the creativity of your soul, to say, well, here's a way that we can do, and you can feel intuitively when the higher self delivers a solution, that there's this, right, this sort of, this relaxing, coming into alignment with it, which is hard to hear if we're like this. Now, I'm not saying don't be like this, but be like this creatively, instead of making actionable decisions. And this is for any of us. Say, all right, everything, this is where you can catch the attitude. This is where you can be very New York. Okay, everything is here to help me. How is this helping me? Willing to see it. Show me. You know what I mean? And then open up and watch what happens next. It's kind of a badass way of playing the game. It's like, oh, this is here to help me? All right, well, I'll keep an open mind somewhat. Show me. Yes, there's an attitude there. But that's allowing that child to have that voice that doesn't know, to say, all right, so show me. Not what I want to know, what I need to know. And sacred truth of the third eye, seek only truth. If that's really what you're shooting for, I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. It's a healing mantra deck mantra. I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. Then I can handle it. Because I'm not going to understand and know and have the wisdom I need until I need it. That's how this works. It's on a need to have basis and a need to know basis, which, by the way, can be very, very exciting, thrilling way to live life creatively. Just saying. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that, honey. And that's the thing. This is a public forum that I just really, really recommend, that I understand the upset. I can feel it. But then let's use our creativity, if we're going to be here in this group right now doing this, to not just put a spin on it, but that's, see, I just said this to somebody in a reading yesterday. Yeah, it was definitely in the reading I did yesterday. Wonderful book by Terry Pratchett called Witches Abroad. It is probably one of my favorite of his entire Discworld series. It's a Granny Weatherwax book. I adore her. About stories, that a witch doesn't get ridden by a story. A witch rides the story. That these narratives are sort of like flapping around in time space, looking almost like a parasite, looking for something to latch onto, to have it so that it can live itself out, right? So when the stories ride us, it's like we get into this archetypal groove, and you know how those stories end. You just do, because you've lived them hundreds of times. Hundreds of times? Humanity's lived them millions of times collectively, right? But what I love in that book, Witches Abroad, is she says that, and this is, please, total paraphrase, that the witch knows not to ride the story, and knows at what point to take the butter knife, jam it in the crack, and twist, right? And then boom, now steering the story, right? It's like you gotta acclimate, like, okay, so what is the story I'm in? And sometimes you can get like, oh my God, I'm in Cinderella, right? You're just like, you step back and you look at what you're wearing, you're like, oh my God, it's happened, right? I've totally been Cinderella. I'm like, I'm waiting for a prince to come. I almost said an effing prince to come. What am I doing? Gloria Steinem, help me, right? Just these patterns we fall into. And it's a creative way of seeing it, because the soul sees archetype like this. The ego wants to study archetype. The soul goes, oh yeah, these are my soul powers. These are great. Let's alchemize them from lead to gold. You know, look at the power of prayer alone, how creative it is. The shifting of your vibration, not that having a high vibration is going to get you everything you want. That's what the ego did to the poor law of attraction. It didn't deserve that. If my vibration stays really high all the time, I'm going to get everything on my own. I'm never going to suffer, and it's just going to be my vision board 24/7, 365. No one gets that. No one's gotten that. If there is somebody who's gotten that, then I want to, what are they doing right now during all of this? Please, please, does not work like that, right? Write about what you want. Write about what you're going through. Take the courage to act on what we're feeling and going through in a way that is creative rather than destructive. That's what brings good fortune. What is good fortune? There's an endless conversation. It's subjective, for one thing. For some people, they would want fame with their fortune. For other people, they wouldn't take fortune if it was connected to fame in any way, shape, or form, right? Highly subjective. So I suspect that our true good fortune, being that it's our good fortune, is beyond what we are capable of imagining totally, and written in our heart, right? Like totally written into the character of who we're playing in this life, and it's going to play itself out. We're going to get what we want, but we have to take the journey, because that's not optional. We don't get to choose. The Course in Miracles says you don't. Free will does not mean that you get to choose the curriculum, only what you want to take in the curriculum at any given time. So take the curriculum that's in front of you and do the best that you can, and know that it's happening for the betterment of who you are. Or you can play the poor me, woe is me, victim vampire over and over and over and over and over again. And I say that not as, oh, your stories, it's just a story, but because I have lived that story so many times, which is why I am so lucky to be single right now during this time of lockdown. Oh, the offers I have been getting, and the offers that I would absolutely say yes to if there was, I don't know, not a global crisis going on. Oh my God. Things are going to change. We are in a time of immense change and transition. And look, I really wish that every spell book worked as advertised. Oh, really? I just need a rosebud, a bottle of joy, and I mean like the dishwashing liquid. Oh, and a Bic. Oh my goodness, this world would be so different if the witches were in charge. But it doesn't work like that. Obviously, it doesn't work like that, right? It's okay, sweetheart. I love you, Dee. This is what, you know, how in the world are we gonna, we're all saying we're all in this together, we're all in this together. Well, how are we all gonna be in this together unless we can be vulnerable and in safe space with each other, and yet mindful of boundaries, right? But that's adult maturity. That's exactly what we're learning through all of this. That of course, everything that you're gonna feel, but also remember, a lot of what you're feeling, Dee, it's not all you. It is, oh, what, you've been deceived? Could it be possibly the feminine, divine feminine pain body? Been lied to billions of times over thousands of years, right? So I'm there with you. I know that feeling, and it's in no way to repress or suppress, it's to support, but to support it as the divine being that you are. Breathe. You are loved, and I love you, and you're loved by a lot of people in this group. I can see when you pop up who you are friends with. I know a lot of you made friends within the Facebook group, the Mark Angelo Lyons for short Facebook group. That's an extension of my creativity. That's what, bringing people together with spirit. That's been the tagline, whatever, the motto of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. So whatever it is that you're going through may not feel like a blessing right now, but know that you are blessed, and we are here for you, each and every one of us. I've just been angry and cry, angry, cry for days now. Well, yes, darlings. I mean, I don't want to say told you so, but Cancerian moon on a Monday with Memorial Day. Please, just the reverberations of that Monday were still going on yesterday. So I'm not saying yay for you or so sorry for you. It's the most heart-opened, heart-centered way of saying this is I am so sorry for anybody's suffering anywhere, but I'm with you. I understand. I love you. And personally, here's a want. I want you to find creative expressions for it so it moves through you, so that you might get a lot of what you're feeling isn't all you, it's empathic. But you're tuned to it. Something triggered it. It's happening for your benefit. What is the opposite emotion to what you are feeling? Start there. And don't just first word off the top of your head. Feel it out. What emotion are you feeling? What is the opposite emotion that you would want to feel? Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Process that one. So stop for a second. Wait a minute. What am I feeling? Am I feeling betrayed? Then what is the opposite of emotion of feeling betrayed? Trust. Trust. I can feel like I can trust. I can feel like I feel trust. I feel trusted and that I can trust. That's what I want to feel. That's creativity. That's my intention. That somehow this teach me, prepare me, hollow me out to feel, be more in concert and in contact with that which I can truly trust. Bedrock. That's the feeling I want. You just launched an intention, led to goals. Now, does that mean, oh, that's it, we're done? Won't be feeling that anymore today? Probably not. It's a step, right? I feel stress. I would like to feel at ease. Okay, so relaxation is alignment with source. You can't force alignment with source, but you can relax into it. You can relax into it. And this is where the self-talk gets creative, like the inner child stuff. I know some people love the inner child stuff. Some people are like, would rather be nibbled by mice, by rats, than do inner child work or even talk about it. I get it. Both are true, right? But then today's the day it's like, honey, we've been incarnating on this rock since Lemuria, since Mu. We'll get through this. I love you. And the things that we stress about today, we'll be stressing about in a different form 5 years from now. Getting what we want doesn't mean we're necessarily going to feel better. We'll get what we want, though, when we're ready for it. And I love you. Now, let's go draw. Even if you don't draw. Like, I am not a visual artist, but I can doodle. I can certainly doodle. And I haven't in a while. Maybe today I will do a little free-form doodle. Yeah, just kind of, not diddle. Doodle, you know. But then again, I've got 3 readings to do today. Yeah. Moon phases have been rough. Remember, sometimes I read these backwards. And of course, being in the throes of menopause doesn't help either. Okay, well, that you throw the menopause card down. There you have it. Definitely the hormonal. I mean, it's not like I haven't been around women who've gone through it. I've spent a good time of my life with mothers turning into Crohn's, the crossroads of menopause. Not saying I've experienced it directly in this life, but indirectly, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And past that, yeah. Sending good vibes. See, the love and support is here, right? Yes, I've been painting some, doing it right now. Good. Like, so, all right. We will all agree that art, at least, art, visual art, performance art, we'll corner it there for the moment, but we won't keep it there forever, is at its best when a means of expressing emotion, something authentic within the artist, correct? I mean, oops, I did it again. Lovely. Did it really come from You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I did it again. Right? Not that innocent. If we can agree that art, at its best, most art, good art, what is good? Oh, what is art? The expression of emotion that is authentic to the artist, regardless of whether it's anger or rage or joy or bliss, whether they're walking on sunshine or nobody knows the trouble I see. Right? It's Brittany. Yeah. 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 I went there. I did. I'm not that innocent. Let me say it twice. I'm Mal. So then what about things that aren't that? What about things that aren't the performing or the visual arts? Like cooking, like writing, expressing yourself, like recording yourself, like journaling, like, and it could be absolutely through physical exercise, yoga, tai chi, working out, cleaning house. I know people say it's therapeutic. To me, it's just chores. It's just, I mean, I get it. If I'm going to Marie Kondo the place from stem to stern, that's different. That's like, take a month off. It's Virgo field day. We're not leaving the house. I did it once. I really want to do it again, but it's a lot. I don't know how I could possibly do that and be a YouTuber unless I'm doing YouTubes about Marie Kondo, and I think that demand has been supplied, certainly on YouTube, right? Yeah, right? So let it express through you. See, this is the joy of a Leo moon. It is waxing, right? We're not in waning, we're not in dark Leo moon, is to let that creativity, that fire move through you, but like the sun, let it shine, let it radiate, even if it's got some jagged edges to it, like or whatever. And I'm still going to say, I'm a potion witch, maybe not appropriate for a Leo moon on a Wednesday. Sit in the shower, turn on the water. Well, get the water nice and comfy. Don't have to, soak and scrub yourself. And just whatever you're feeling, feel it. That's why not just stand in the shower, sit in the shower. Like, and if it's a bathtub, sit in the bathtub with the shower on, and just let it wash everything off of you as you just let yourself feel it. Just let it out. Why isn't that creativity? It's a creative way of letting that stuff up and out. Meanwhile, it's like giving the inner child a bath. There we go. Inner child care. All right, honey, I love you. I love you, right? Let that move through you, right? Chop wood, carry water, right? Whatever works. But use it as a creative outlet, particularly for anger and frustration, the fiery elements, but certainly the watery ones do that as well. Yes, witch work. Ooh, this is my rutilated quartz gold lantern ring. Yeah, kind of cleansing the house, but not all the time. Love a good deep clean where the house feels fresh and clear after. Absolutely. I'm not doing that anytime soon. I gave my life to YouTube. I have videos to make. My days off are maintenance, not, clearing new ground. It's Leo moon and I am Leo moon. Is that good or bad? Well, it can absolutely be an amplification of your emotion. It's like, I know I'm a Pisces moon, so when the moon is in Pisces, I don't book a heavy day. Well, because it's a Pisces thing as well. It's like, I can go down to the bottom of the ocean. I can feel everybody's everything, including my own, and stuff I haven't felt for lifetimes, particularly dark moon in Pisces. Oh, right? No. You book that stuff. Oh, that's coming, right? But what a wonderful time for you to put your feelings into creativity. And let us not forget the good fortune part of it. That it is when creativity meets courage, that good fortune is given some wiggle room to begin showing up. Now, it may not show up like the circuses come to town day one, but there is a movement of energy, fixed fire like the sun radiating. Let it be gradual. So you don't have to be in creativity mode all day long. That it is like the breath, but it's the exhale. Everything I need. Creativity. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm feeling. Here's what I'm doing. Yin. Yang. Just don't take it out on other people. Don't be a big D about it. Don't watch my language. That's stupid, but you know what I mean, right? Keep it within the boundaries of your ever-evolving and maturing ethical field, right? No, I will not take out, just because I'm in a bad mood doesn't mean I have to extend the chain of pain with another link, right? No, this link stops here. Why a link letter just popped into my head, but it did. Right? No, snip that wire right here. This one's not moving past me. The buck stops here, right? I will heal this, because otherwise it's just empathic recycling. As the garbage men before, that was just a delivery, apparently, of the melodic tones. I'm glad they're here, please. I don't actually seen some pretty hot garbage men in my lifetime, but then again, ethical slut for the majority of my life doesn't mean I took them away from their jobs or that I took them at all. But at least it's something more interesting to listen to than that. Excuse you. Right, where are you? Oh, it's still backing up, because there's two. There's one at that end of the parking lot, and then there's the one right in front of my house. Great fun. See, the things you learn to do creatively with Leo. But remember, I'm not a Leo. I just look like one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, a hot salt bath with music. I mean, I love salt bath. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. Do it. Oh. Oh. Yeah, lift it up. Lift it. Lift it and carry it. You take it. You take it. You take it. No, unload. Unload. Empty. Oh, double barrel. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You must have been emptied earlier. Oh, I love cracking myself up. That's worth it. That's totally worth it. Guess who's outside of my place? Garbage man. Hi. Aw. Yeah, you liked that, didn't you? Oh, it's probably a good thing YouTube did not exist in the 80s, because, yeah, no, if I had started doing this then, was it good for you? I'll have what she's having. Oh, that is just fun. That is just funny. Anyway, let's take a little meditation time, shall we? This way I'm not clickbaiting anybody who said we would meditate. I mean, I think the prayer that we did covered it, but you know, that's the thing. We all have our idea of what good fortune is, and that's part of the creativity. There's nothing wrong with wanting it to be a certain way. But if our happiness is dependent upon it and we're living for this someday, some way, maybe you'll understand me, Marshall Crenshaw. So cute, by the way, back in the day. Then really we're missing out on that. Everything that we need is right here, right now. So both are true. Take a few deep breaths. And get yourself comfortable. This won't take long. More perhaps a contemplation than a meditation. But even just imagine the word as you relax. The words, I guess the phrase, good fortune. All right, written in gold on a black velvet background, good fortune. Even if you don't visualize, just pretend you're seeing it. And you don't even got to think about it. Just, what does that feel like? It's okay to want to know what good fortune feels like. What does good fortune feel like? Just need a whiff of it. Don't need to be saturated with the emotional response and vibration of the term, but I can catch a whiff of it. Good fortune. I want to know what good fortune feels like. What does that feel like? Well, I can imagine images that support that feeling. Good fortune for me, there's something about riding in the backseat of a limo. Bottle of champagne, you know, can be a wedding, can be a festive thing. But there's something about good fortune. It just speaks. With a moon wrath. It's prom. I'm watching somebody's prom clairvoyantly, but you know, think about the kids this year that didn't get to do that. I did. I had a 1980s prom, baby. Yeah, that's good fortune. I know that feeling. We'll have that again. We will have that again. It's part of the fifth house, Leo. Creativity and good fortune. So it takes our participation in the game. And we know what we want generally, and in some cases very specifically, so let us hand those over, right? Little thought bubbles. Yes, the happiness, the health, the wealth, the fortune, notoriety in a positive way, what I call fame for the well-being of all, right? The boyfriend, the lover, the husband, the wife, the whatever, the life partner, however we define that. Hand that one over too. Of course we want that, right? The healthy, the good-looking body, the eternal youth would be nice. Can't complain about that one myself. But to hand it all over, to say, of course we want these things. Who wouldn't want these things? They're good things to want. But let them not stand in the way of that which we already have, that we really need right now. Those other things haven't come in because we don't need them yet. And maybe they'll show up for no reason whatsoever, only than that it was time for them to show up, whether we need them or not. But right now, everything we need, it's just about being creative. Okay, you've given me raw materials of breath. I breathe into it that I do my best today, that I manifest to the best of my ability, that I keep an eye on the creativity of the stories that I have going on in my head about who said and did what, keeping in mind that the majority of it is probably fiction, but will have an instant effect and affect upon my emotions. So let me choose wisely in the narratives, except for those narratives that won't let me go. And that's not a question of letting go of a story. Has the story not let go of me? And do I just have to ride this story as best as I can as a wise being, growing and evolving, that somehow there's benefit here for me? Don't know what it is, can't see it, but it's written into the story. Hero doesn't usually see it until after the quest, but sometimes a sword of truth is given here and there, a shield of virtue and valor, the grace of humility, the grace of hope, the grace of endurance when asked for and we're receptive to it. We become living embodiments of that grace, but that's part of the creativity. What grace is with me today, and what grace is with me that I don't know is with me? That I may take it at hand as it takes me in hand and cuts me free like the truth, setting me free. I may not like it, but I'm willing to see clearly no matter the outcome. Because I'm worthy of the truth. Everyone is. But may it come compassionately so we can handle it, and may I speak it compassionately. with compassion, understanding that truth without compassion is brutality. That everything I need to know will be revealed as I need to know it. And if I didn't know it before, didn't need to, not anybody else's say on that except my soul's and the divine. They said, I didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing to regret. The regret we will, but we will regret in a respectful, acknowledging, and welcoming way to ourselves, as even that is undone with compassion and truth. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, may all my brothers and sisters watching this live or later be gifted with the creativity to follow their inspiration with courage, to be heart-centered, to let the soul lead the way, to let the higher self light the way on the golden road, the golden timeline, where the majority of us survive this wisely and well, for the well-being of all. Thank you. Thank you for all that we have, that we need. Thank you. So mote it be. And so it is. Take a moment. Take a breath. Take two. Take four. Breathe into your body, because it's your life, your soul in a human body with a human name. You were chosen to play this role, and if what I've been seeing is right, other souls have played this role. Talk about not taking your own life personally, and that you can play this one again. The reincarnational arcade. Arcadetional? The reincarnation arcade. There's a way of blending those words together. I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do anything else today until I figure out what that is. That's like Benifer. Remember Benifer. Times were so much simpler then. Now at least I know him well. Wasn't it good? Oh, so good. Wasn't it fine? Oh, so fine. Isn't it madness? He won't be mine, but probably in the end, the wiser option. Oh, I just chessed us, didn't I? I just Bernie and Bjorned us. It's okay. We'll survive it somehow. So how y'all doing? I'm about to click off, sign off for the day. I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna do the videos indifferent than this. I think this was for my meeting today. It is essentially a sweat top. It looks nice with the jewelry and the hair, but no, I think I want to go curly for these next three. So I'm going to go do some yoga, an ice cold shower, Wim Hof, kicking a Wim Hof, baby. And using my Leo powers for good rather than evil. Well, we'll see, won't we? Gold Lantern. I love you all so much. We'll see what we do for tonight. I didn't last night because it was void of course, and when it's void of course, it just kind of feels like, so I did nothing last night. Not entirely true. I edited videos. Cool. Go do a bath thing. I love you. I love you. Blessings. Oh, between the worlds. Hello. Welcome. Curly hair looks good on you. I know it's very much my Dionysian Harry Hamlin Clash of the Titans beach scene, opening beach scene, which is so iconic for me. Unfortunately, I don't own a loincloth. I understand they're not that hard to make, but where am I going to find the spare loin? Choices. Getting humid, might as well go curly, right? And you know me, I put that argan oil. They call it Brazilian oil, I think, but argan oil is the actual nut of the tree from whence it came, part of the cedar family. I like what it does to my hair, particularly with it's all purple. It makes it all very Dionysian, and I think I will do that today. Jumped in just in time for the contemplation. Now I'm going to be thinking about the arcade. I know, it's called Meta Incarnation, according to Matt Kahn. I'm like, what's that? Where'd that come from? That been the way it been all along? Oh, there's all sorts of stuff we don't know. Yeah, Clash of the Titans. Oh, please, that opening beach scene. Oh, Harry Hamlin. Oh, Harry Hamlin. And that movie, Gay Boy Strain. Yeah. What are you going to do? And you wonder why I'm so into Greek mythology. Well, really, it was Wonder Woman way before Harry Hamlin. Way before Perseus, there was Diana. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Thank you again for all the love. Sending it back to you. I love you too, sweetheart. Private message me. I'll get to you when I can today. Just taking the day as it goes. And I just don't want to give you like 5 minutes. Like, if we're going to talk, let's talk. All right. I love you all so much. Have a really great day. I'm going to sign off, wishing you the very best and the very best of the rest of the day. Oh, and at noon, if you want to hang out there, the daily reads are, I do that now. I have them set for noon. So once we're done here, really, boom, the next thing. If you want, get your daily read. Cool. Today I did, what did I do? Oh, I did the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Oracle with the Whispers of Love. So 2 Oracle decks. So go have fun with that. All right. Wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of the day. But for now, my darlings, hail, farewell, and blessed be.